Okay, so now it kind of seems like this is my recollection that Google likes to toy with me a little bit to say, okay, well, we really know who you are. We've seen your face before, which is true. I mean, I've taken pictures with my camera before. And so when I transfer accounts, I sign up for my same account that I've actually had. And I've even submitted my driver's license to them. And, other than being stalked with interest based of things that I'm doing on the internet, and some evil people in the past, it's like for the most part my experience on the internet had been pretty good up until a certain time frame in life around the time of the insurrection. I might talk about that one day. I have written about it a lot on the internet, but people don't want to hear about it for some reason. There's a bunch of people who are like, no, they just don't want to hear about it at all. So it involves some really tough subjects. Now, Congress, people who are in Congress, they will talk about it. They talk about the tough issues. They're not afraid to use the word sex, sexual assault, abuse, physical abuse, things like that. They're not afraid to talk about those tough issues, both the men and the women. And the funny thing, now what I will say is that in 2021, I was having a hard time even using those words because of the state of mind that I was in. Some had called it Stockholm syndrome, and related to being kind of pushed down into a degrading position of literally being treated like a child. And so my mind has changed from that now. It's getting out. It's like I'm thinking 4 years later, and now I'm just starting to feel comfortable as an adult where I'd used the word sex before and talked about hard issues, but my brain was pushed down so far into a position of being treated like a child that I felt like I couldn't use those words. And it wasn't coming from my childhood, because when I was a kid in my childhood, I really wasn't supposed to be using those words or knowing about those things because it wasn't child appropriate. And so my parents tried to do things age appropriate. But as an adult, when you have another adult pushing your brain down into that level, that is a huge red flag right there. Stockholm syndrome, prisoner of war, being a hostage held in a marriage. That's a problem for a lot of women. That's why I identified with